Right.
all played.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've got an interesting show today. This is how it works. This is just how we do things. A little last minute, trying to get everybody together. Fatal Strike would have been on the show, except he had a fatal family emergency. Can't talk. So we have all these wonderful gentlemen on the show. So, to do some introductions from left to right, we got Seelan, Jovan's back, a.k.a. Black Guy Rab, representing the Negro community once again. Typo, John Williams.
Wow.
Kevin Sotos is here, and we have Ryan Fools, a.k.a. Ryan Summers. So let's start with Seelan. Seelan, what have you been up to? What's going on, bud?
You know, just like some school and just a bunch of League of Legends. That's pretty much how my life has
Get
been.
off my show. Get off the show. What's going on, Jovan? How you been, bud?
Dude, I've been awful. Finals killed me a little bit. Barely made it. Still working definitely through the end of June. Still in Tallahassee. Got my Xbox back, playing Gears a little bit. Still trying to figure out how to make this next Gears a good game. Trying to make sure we have that developer community coercion going on into the next title.
Anything good on the forums? Because I know you are an avid forums user.
You don't want me to be honest about the forums at this point.
One thing, come on. One thing that you're
Positive?
realizing on the forums that is just
positive or just honest.
one good thing, one bad thing, and be honest.
One good thing, if you make like a really long elaborate post, most people would agree with you. One bad thing is if you look at other people's topics, a lot of people got a lot of dumb ideas that they really think should be in the game. It's kind of disheartening. Like I lose a little bit of faith every now and then with the community with those guys, but you know. Yeah. Get on the forum, please help me out. I need help. I need backup. Help me.
Get him in there. Bump. All right. John, you came in 5 minutes ago. Caught you off guard.
Totally.
I know we did. I know.
Oh, God.
What you been up to? Because I feel like I've been trying to get you, but you've been a little busy because you got something special happening in June. What's going on with you?
Definitely. Well, I definitely get married in June. That's why, of course, I won't be at Hype. I had every intention of going. So I'm a little bummed, but at the same time excited. But just me personally, this last week I went back to Louisiana. That's why I wasn't able to help Jovan so much on the forums. I've been trying to help. He's been doing most of the work. But yeah, so I spent like a whole week there. It was awesome going back. That's where I'm originally from. Now I live in Texas. So I had a blast. I got to hang out with some friends. I went golfing for the first time ever, and that was awesome. It also sucked at the same time. But yeah, really, I don't know. Good and bad though. Going back to the forums, like Jovan's kind of right. A lot of the topics just seem like they're kind of unnecessary, like just random ideas or things that have been just beat to death like a horse for like 80 billion times in other threads. So sometimes though, there's like a few diamonds in the rough that the forums will pick up, but most of it is just noise. And I think the devs are having a harder time trying to just sift through noise. So that's where we need people to come help.
Yeah, I think we forget that we are just dealing with gamers. And they're like, hey, wouldn't it be cool if we did this? And, well, we kind of have to educate them, so.
Yeah.
Get on the forums, guys. We got to tell these people what's going on. Soto, what's going on, buddy? It's your first time on the show. What's up with you?
I'm jamming.
Uh-oh. Connection issues. Are you on wireless, Kevin?
Just read his mouth, guys. We got this.
No.
You broadcasting from the Dominican Republic?
He's going to nod the whole time. Good idea.
How much
New
is
York,
this
New
painting
York,
it?
so you know.
I hate.
Oh, it's so hard to hear him.
Oh yeah, their connection like East Coast isn't good enough. So like that's must be what.
I think we
He's
found
like
the one
right
New
next
Yorker
to me.
without bios.
We were just at a land in Long Island.
Is the files not working for the first time?
The first historical New Yorker without bios.
We'll come back to Kevin, see if he could clear up his connection there. Ryan, how are you doing representing the Northwest, a.k.a. the Travelers, a.k.a. Never Turning Down? What's going on, bud?
Just, working. Graduated college almost a year ago now. Just being a corporate slave and, making some money, having some fun with y'all on Twitter and just, living life.
All right, and I also want to point out that Ryan has attended every Hype event, all 4, 5 that we had.
Doesn't even
So
know.
he's got experience coming to the events. So he's on the show. He can talk
It was a good
about
time.
what we're doing. All right, so let's get into it. Somebody's got a lot of sound going on. All right, first topic, Gal 3 League. Starts May 18th. Here's what's going down. Teams are going to pay $100. You're guaranteed to get 18 or 20 matches in, and we'll automate all that. And we don't have to discriminate against how many teams we get because it's a league. So we'll be playing 2 matches a week, $100. The prize pool depends on all the entrants because it's just you get what you put into it. So we got to get teams to sign up. I need to talk to you guys seriously about team substitutions because this is the first time that you guys are going to need like a contract. Like this is our team for the next 9 weeks. So I had some draft rules and I needed to talk to you guys about it. I was talking to Fatal Strike about it earlier, and here's how we think it should work, and I want your guys' input starting with Sealand right after this. We're talking about making it, we know team changes happen, but you need to declare your team change a week in advance before you compete the next week. And then if it's only one team member change, you can't change your team for a week. But if 2 team members change, then you can't change your team after that for 2 weeks. Does that make sense, Sealand?
Yeah, that makes sense. But so besides that, you're not allowing like any subs. So for example, if someone can't
Actually,
show
we are.
up, they lose. So
We
how many
are.
subs are you allowing? Like 1, 2?
We're
like...
going to allow 2 subs, but they can't be on another team. They're strictly like friends helping
okay.
out.
No, I understand. I like the rule, but honestly, since it's Xbox, if people wanted to win that bad, and like most of the time, someone who leaves the team, they'll just have someone recover an account, so it doesn't really matter. But honestly, I like the rule. I kind of like that rule, because you kind of want teams to stick together and not like pull an SYN every week, and just replace their 4th every 5 seconds.
I feel like you're almost encouraging that though by allowing them. Oh, you only got to wait a week. Like
Oh, see,
people
yeah,
break
exactly.
up every week anyways. Every online tournament. It's one of the reasons I feel like having $8 online tournaments every week is bad because the teams break up every week when they
Yeah.
lose to Soda. Like it's and then he made a team change. Like what the hell? Like you're almost encouraging people to leave teams, which in esports in general is trying to go on this new thing where it's a little harder to make team changes. So I don't think it should be as accessible to them and giving little penalties like that. Maybe if you want to make a team change, fine, you lose your seed or something. I don't know. Got to be some kind of actual repercussion.
No, exactly. I kind of like that too because, like, for example, like the new Notorious. Like, for example, let's say I watch the Gears and, like, oh my God, Notorious plays second. I see their team now, and they have one member of the old team, Dispensa, right? And it's like Klotz, Mental, right? And it's like one person. Like, you see them in a land again, and you're like, well, I don't recognize any 3 of those players. But that's kind of how esports is. You want to keep like the main roster. I don't know.
Yeah, well, usually for most other games, that's usually falls under the responsibility of the team. But generally, because Gears doesn't have that big money behind it, it's really hard to have players actually be loyal to that team without facing any type of contractual obligations or anything. So if you actually want to enforce rules like that, you have to bring them onto the like a Hypestation banner, say that these are our teams or whatever. Like all that other sponsor stuff, that probably won't be able to happen. Like you probably can't have any other sponsor teams. It have to be all under Hypestation, and that if someone decides to leave a team and wants to go somewhere else, if they want to play for Hype, they have to they can't do that unless they follow your rules. That's the only way you're gonna get it done without having big money support. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's the only way I see it happening.
Also, how long is this league gonna last though?
9 weeks.
Didn't we have something like this with the teams? I don't necessarily remember if I played in it. Yeah, wasn't that? Yeah, and it like 5 weeks in, teams stopped playing it, or how did that work? I forgot how that went because it lasted so long.
Well, I wasn't part of that.
Oh, you weren't a part of that. Well, we tried to have a league thing after Hype 2. You weren't a part of that. Okay, maybe it'd be better. It'll definitely be better with you. But we had a problem with that in the past. It was supposed to be like a 2-month thing, and it lasted like 3 weeks, and team just got tired of it.
Well, I don't know how aggressive they were trying to run that league, but you just have 2 matches a week. That's it. And you have to ask the other team, hey, what time is good for you, and play your match, because you guys scrim almost every night anyway. So all you have 2 guaranteed matches a week, 3 out of 5, and you're done. And you could do them both in the same day. You could have one Monday, you could have one day Friday, or you could just marathon them on the Saturday. It's just up to you and your team.
To marathon them on a Saturday. marathon them over a weekend with set times so that spectators know when they can come in, as opposed to continuously watching Twin like it's gonna be on Friday at 6 o'clock, it's gonna be on Thursday
Well,
at 8 o'clock. Oh,
If
I
I'm
don't
a
know.
That's a
player,
good-
I'm not wanting to give up my weekend every weekend for these.
Yeah, no,
Oh, there you go,
Ryan,
yeah.
I
Good
agree with
point.
you.
People already do anyways, which is mind blowing, but it's
Right. Well, I think that's why it's beautiful that you can just coordinate between the two teams. If it just happens to fall that, hey, we could do this on a Thursday, make it happen on a Thursday. It doesn't really matter. It's what works for you versus the squad you have to play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, we're going to have volunteer refs and volunteer streamers. Like, I'm going to outsource the streams so that, like, let's say Crudy wants to do Monday nights. Well, he'll run Monday nights, not scrims, they're actually league matches. And you guys can schedule with him, hey, can you stream our match at 8? Or can we be your 9? And then that way you still get stream exposure. You have a ref and you have a stream.
Will they
So-
all be under like the Hyperstation banner? Like they're gonna have like the hype overlays and et cetera, et cetera?
Yeah, I'm going to actually give all those graphics to everybody that volunteers to stream or to ref.
Okay.
Yeah.
It could work. You just have to make sure you choose a reputable streamer, someone that you know knows exactly what they're doing, and won't run into too many issues without you being there.
Well, I'm going to do some training. I see in chat that Gears of War players are really cheap, and they're saying $100 is steep. That's for the whole team, guys. That's the
Yeah.
whole team. Like, that's $25 for 18 matches. That comes out to $1.38 a match, and that's having a volunteer ref and a volunteer streamer. They're not even
Yeah.
getting paid or anything. So you can't do $1.38 a match for like something official. That just bothers me. Like, I just want to leave this community when I hear stuff like that happen.
Yeah. I mean, that's essentially lunch money.
Yeah.
No,
not really
exactly. It's
expensive.
That is lunch money,
$5
actually.
for the game, $25 a play in this. Like,
It's
My
and
God.
we're looking at a decent prize pool because all that money essentially is going to be prize pool, and then we can have as many teams as we want. We don't have to limit it to 32 or anything like that. So if we have like 50, it's a round robin, and we'll just schedule matches, and then we'll have playoffs at the end of it with top 16s.
Yeah, at this point we're trying to legitimize things, moving forward, and we need to start, making good moves. These $5 and $10 tournaments aren't really cutting it. It kind of makes it
No.
look like a joke compared to everyone to the
Win.
rest of the games. Like it's
Yeah.
spend your
time.
whole weekend. Spend your whole weekend to win $6 on a pair of Squid Grips. Like it's not.
no,
like,
exactly. I
Exactly.
spent like
What are
8
you
hours.
what are you doing? Like
Spent like 9 hours to get second in one online tournament to win nothing. That was
Yeah,
fun. Like,
Yeah, no,
Everyone
that's
loses.
not worth it. And that's why I'm doing a league, because you're guaranteed 2 matches. And for those teams that are kind of struggling to get scrims, well, you have to have 2 matches, and a good team might be in there for you to play. So it's also worthwhile for the experience when, like, I know these teams, they want to play and scrim, but they're kind of biased. Like, oh, no, we're not scrimming you. These guys are not good. So
Yeah, exactly.
at least now it counts.
Yeah. oh, Glory
Kevin.
scrimming? No one play them.
Doesn't work.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. What do you think, Kev?
I wasn't really paying attention. I was trying to fix it.
Okay. Would you pay $25 to compete for 9 weeks, 2 matches a week?
Yeah.
25 a player.
Yeah, it's pretty much
Shouldn't
25 a
change
player.
anything,
Yeah, I will. I'll pay it.
Okay.
See, it depends how many teams there were. Like, if there was enough teams, obviously. I don't know. Money is definitely very motivating.
Well, okay, let me crunch some numbers here, right? Let's say there's 32 for a tournament, but this is online, so we could have access to a lot of people. Let's say 50 teams sign up. That's...
A little steep.
That's wistful.
I'm just saying. We have promotion on the way, guys.
I don't know. I mean, for online, I don't think that's really that steep.
Yeah, it is.
That's $5,000.
I don't know. I've been playing a lot of League of Legends, and compared to League, that's nothing. I mean, yeah, like.
Look at the
that's
comparison
really-
you just drew, Sealand.
I would base the potential attendance off of like how much like the gangbang tournaments got or whatever those like how much like those are like a similar like per player price I guess, and that if those I would base off of that'll show you how many active players who actually care about competitive play like enough to
Gophers
play
look at
online.
22 teams, so I would go maybe to 32.
Okay.
That's what I would do.
Well, it's still it's more for the experience. We get like playoff numbers. It helps us seed, and just let you guys know, we do still have our seeding points. We're just figuring out how to implement it into a website. So we have the database numbers, just don't know how to access it on the website and show everybody. But everybody like broke up and doesn't have the same teams anyway, so it doesn't count. But anyone can join the league. I'm just reading your chat.
Another thing, Jason, that you can run into if you make team changes a lot easier. You can run into some kid gets dropped. He's like, all right, well, I want my $25 back, so I'm not playing anymore.
Oh well, essentially, here's another thing I was talking to Fatal about. In that $25 is team fee and player fee. So essentially, if you actually needed your registered sub, it'd be like $10 for them to get in. So your team may have a fee that they have to cover for you for, but there is definitely a base player fee, and that's non-refundable because you joined and you played. So we're gonna do something like that.
I feel like everyone's like 15 and doesn't have any money. I'm pretty sure like the Gal community is all like 20 plus now, and everyone's, I don't know, people are still complaining about like $15, $25.
Exactly.
I don't know.
Yep.
It doesn't
it's
mean as much.
$1.40 a match.
No, exactly. It's like nothing. Like
Yeah, but like most of the Gal communities used to paying like $6 for a bus to Philly. Like, you know, that's like what we're dealing with now. Like, that's, you gotta be realistic with it. Like,
I think the $5 tournaments kind of like set a bad example.
oh yeah, we have a really
those
bad.
things are cancer. Those things are. I've been saying it every weekend when people waste their weekends on. Those things are cancer.
Because now when we bring up like a legitimate, well-run league that's going to like mean something, that was well, you know, this tournament was only $5. This one was only $10.
Mad Cat Matters only charged me $4.86 to play in his, and I got squid grips in that one. Like, that's the kind of things we're dealing with now. Like, it's those things every weekend. It sets a precedent.
Yeah,
It's such a low bar. Yeah.
I'm setting this up honestly to combat that. Like, here's something worthwhile. Here's something that you get credit for. You have a record, and you'll have decent streams, and you don't have to spend a whole weekend on a not worthwhile tournament. I'm saying that very nicely, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, it's not worthwhile. You're being straight up. Like, that's what it is.
All right. So, you guys have any questions for me, or can we move on? I feel like I talked about the league enough. We're already like 15 minutes in.
So it was May 18th.
May 18th, yes. Your matches are going to be after Mother's Day. I'm going to give everybody their weekend for Mother's Day, and then we're going to start the weekend right after Mother's Day.
Okay, gotta find a fourth by then. Gotcha.
Yeah. And it's going to be 9 weeks, and it's going to end roughly a month before the Summer Jam event, if that happens, because Hype 3 needs to be successful for Summer Jam to happen. So that's our deal. Good? Move on?
I like it. We got a lot of things to talk about moving out to their bed so far.
All right, so topic number 3, Cove. Is it in or out? You guys like how it plays? I'm going to start with Kevin, because Kevin has been quiet until now, because we could hear him. So, Kev, go ahead. Let's see.
Good input, Kevin. I agree with
Get closer to your
everything he
mic.
said.
You got to get closer to the microphone.
Can you hear me?
Yes,
Yeah.
that's what's the problem.
Okay, wait, give me a sec. Alright. Cove, I think Cove's a good map because if you just run over all the strats, like if you get everything down pat, it's a really good map. There's a lot of things you could do. So, like, if you obviously don't practice Cove, you're gonna think it's a bad map. So try to practice.
And I mean, also at the OG Philly event, it played just fine. At what was it, COG Vengeance or Gears Vengeance?
COG
it played
Vengeance.
just fine. It played pretty fast. It didn't hold up. I mean, for God's sakes, we're playing Old Town still. We're complaining about Cove. Like, that's
Yeah,
Cove.
exactly.
Cove
That's what I
plays
don't
just
get.
fine. Yeah, like people think Old Town's a good map and they're bitching about Cove. It just, like, I don't know.
You think it's that, like, I've been winning with this formula, let's not change it kind of thing?
I think after playing the same 6 map cycle
Yeah,
for
bring back one
about
sec.
2.5 years now? Is that how long it's been?
Yeah.
Yeah, for 2.5 years we kind of settled into it. Like, this is the thing. I think like adding to it is kind of like rubs people the wrong way. Personally, I don't really care either way with Cove. I do think Old Town needs to be changed because I don't care who plays this map. If you're on Locust, if you're on
The
Locust
worst.
on Old Town, you always feel like you're gonna get screwed.
We meant to make Old Town the same setup, both sides. Would that remedy a lot of problems?
It's just a bad map.
Or snipe round.
Kevin, get closer to your mic again. That works.
Snipe round.
Snipe round, right? Like if we made it snipe round both rounds, it'd be a better map.
I kind of disagree with that because
Oh.
a lot of people play for Digger and it'll be a big camp fest every round. I don't like if you have
It
the
already is though.
What?
But
Old Town?
boom round is fast because it's boom round, so you have like around the head. I don't know to go faster. I don't know. Like
So
if
you're saying we
anything,
should have
boom
two
every
boom
round.
rounds?
If anything, boom every round. If anything, boom every round. But
What?
That's the only way you're gonna. Well, I mean, like weapon cycling in general, I think is awful. That's
Yeah,
that's a
weapon
whole different
cycling.
case. That's a whole
weapon
different
cycling
case.
is an awful idea.
Yeah, when we
Wait,
stopped
are we
having
talking boom every round on Old Town?
Yes, that's what we're talking about, Sealand. Get back. Sit down.
Look what he's saying. He's saying because he's saying that if a
Sorry,
team
I
goes,
think that's-
if two teams are playing on snipe round and one team realizes that hey we're losing snipe round a lot, they're just gonna go to digger. So one team's gonna go snipe, one team's gonna go to digger. There's gonna be a huge stalemate until somebody gets in a bad spot and gets down and they get diggered or naded or something. That's what he's saying.
I think at least on boom round, you gotta fight for something every time, or else you're gonna lose. I mean, if the other team has
Yeah.
you're probably gonna lose.
Like you
Granted,
can think about it, that's how
that
most
should not be the answer to a really bad map, but that's the answer to a really
No.
bad map.
I disagree though because like boom, I don't know, boom's so overpowered in gears it just ruins maps.
I don't
I
even
don't
think it's
know,
the
like-
boom. I think it's
Yeah,
the smoke
it's-
stuns that
it's-
really
wait.
mess it up. Honestly.
Would you rather have
No, but
a
think
constant
Clock Tower.
fight for a bad weapon, or just a camp fest on a shitty map?
No,
And
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'd rather have, honestly, I'd rather have a camp fest because I'd rather instead of like 4 smokes going off in like the same spot and everyone just shotgunning through smokes, which is very, very inconsistent on a top level. Like for a weapon, it just doesn't make any sense to me. I'd rather like strategy to be involved instead of oh hey, I'm just gonna gun somebody and get like random luck.
You know, I can agree with you on that. However, I've watched teams play, and it comes down to the type of team, if they're more aggressive or passive. But honestly, nobody's gonna watch that, and like that's the biggest problem is nobody's gonna watch a 4-minute camp fest and then something happens in the last 30 seconds or whatever. No one's gonna want to see that. Us Gears players, we may think it's really intense and the strategy is amazing, but honestly, from a growth perspective, no one's gonna watch something that's boring.
Also,
No, but then-
it costs me a
yeah.
lot of money to run a slow match.
Yeah.
No, it does,
Yeah.
but I don't necessarily think that's you could also make incends every round on checkout and that would make the map and even though checkout's fast already, it would make it even faster. Like you could do that to a bunch of maps. Like a hotel, instead of nades, you could just put incends every round. Clock tower, you could just put like a boom shot back and it would just make every map would last like 30 seconds, but it doesn't mean it's a good map or a good idea. I don't know.
I
but-
think
Clock Tower
think-
played out way better when the fight was downstairs. That's,
I don't know
that's,
about
No,
all that.
oh no,
Yeah,
it plays
that's a whole different
downstairs.
story.
Clock Tower right now plays downstairs, like with the digger, but like when the boom was down there, it was just a smoke fest and the fight
yeah,
at the
that-
cars, and it was awful. It was just a
this game is a
terrible
smoke
map.
fest though. What map isn't a
Clock
smoke
Tower-
fest? Like this.
Clock
game-
Tower
every-
down low reminds me of Blood.
I'm trying to word this really nicely, but this game is a
Like,
smoke fest. Like
I know, but
Yeah.
You know
no,
what
but
the
for example,
game is,
hotel, where people play for incends, there's like 3 different fights going on. There's 3 different smokes going different directions. I don't want one smoke thrown at me when I'm going boom, a second, a third, a fourth, all like because teams organize that. I get hit by 4 smokes, or 4 smokes in one direction. I don't like everyone running head to head. I like the angles, the crossing, the team fire,
Yeah,
stuff like that.
Hotel's a
I
great
don't know.
map for that.
Exactly.
It
Hotel's
literally
a great
is one of the
map.
best
Old Town-
structured
I
maps.
think Old Town's just an awful map. I
Old
think that's what
Town's
it is.
terrible. Old Town is really, really bad.
Hey,
I don't play
one
the game
second, one
anymore, but I
second.
know Old Town is really bad.
How do you think Old Town will play if you just? I know people don't like change it, but if you just disabled the digger?
What? No.
You need to
No.
disable gravity. Like that's you can't have a map
Yeah,
that's on a
exactly.
fucking slope. Like it's a bad map.
I don't know. You could think about even if you get rid of Digger, think of how Thrashball played. Even though there was nades down low, people still went up top for no weapons, and the map would stalemate. It doesn't matter if you get rid of a weapon, people still consider the power the map control. Digger's not even that strong, anyways. When people go Digger, by the way, they don't even pick up Digger anymore. They just run past and collapse on the team and pinch jump. They don't even grab that weapon. It's awful. Until it slows down. So it doesn't matter if you took away the Digger. It'd still be an awful map.
You need to put a Bushka there, right?
We should put a boom shot everywhere. People should spawn with booms.
No, that's not what I said.
Think how fast it would how fast it'd be though. That's what the new Gal game. Give everyone booms, please.
Competitive boom snipes playlist. There we go.
There we go. Done deal. So did we figure this out. Are we keeping Cove? It's good for.
Cove's a good map. Oh, I didn't forget to say anything, Cove, because I ran downstairs. I don't know, if
Yeah.
you ever go on the angle with your team and you go around the map, you can literally cross anyone from anywhere. So everyone has to be paying attention to their counterpart. Because it plays just like Blood Drive from Gao 2. Someone from one pillar can cross them all the way down to pillar 5. You can literally, anywhere on that map, anywhere you play, you can be crossed and angled out. So it's a really, really good map, and it's really, really fast-paced, because the team that slows down loses.
The only
So
thing
it's
I
really
can
good.
base
That's
it
what I
off
think.
of is that at that COG Vengeance tournament, it played out just fine. It played out well, played out fast. It was actually a pretty good map on LAN. And that was the only time they really, I mean, other than I don't know if it played NJ Halo or not, but that was the time you saw on a pretty competitive level.
I kind of like the way the map plays when it gets down to like 2v2s or 1v2s. It gets really interesting. Like I think it actually shrinks as like everybody gets killed.
Oh,
Does that make
yeah.
sense?
Yeah, yeah.
At least because the weapons are fairly close to each other. And granted, there's like cutoffs in between, but their weapons are still in fairly close proximity.
All right, well, we're going to go for it. So I hope you guys are screaming Cove. And next hype, everybody bring the little USB key with your DLC on it. If you don't know what that is, it's a computer peripheral that you can buy at any electronics store. And you can plug it into your console.
You know what that is? Kevin.
Costs about as much as an online tournament on the weekend.
Yeah, it's like $8. It'll fit your DLC. So.
We're gonna have a guide on that coming up soon, Barbosa. How to get their DLC on the USB drive and.
Now that I'm back from UMG, I just did UMG Niagara or UGC Niagara. I can spend my time making videos again. So that was kind of crazy. Call of Duty community. It's like they try to be hype. The moments just don't happen. I was there watching the whole thing. I fell asleep twice on stream.
Oh my
Yeah.
It's pretty bad.
Well, I mean, Barbosa,
Oh,
I talked to you about the time that I went to their last Dallas event, and I told you straight up, like, it was really, really boring. Because, I mean, Golden Boy was getting up on the stage, yelling, trying to, pump the crowd up, and people just didn't care. Like, even though the place was packed, I guess you could say, like, no one was hype at all. And, I mean, it might have been, like, the time of night or anything. There's tons of factors, I guess, but all in all, no one was really hyped at all. Even in the finals, like, it was just like, oh, it's the finals, well, whatever.
You get some
It's
sound,
so weird.
you get some noise, but it just,
it's not a
it's not
spectacle
Gears,
game.
and it's
They
not a
know who's
fighting
gonna
game
win.
for real.
It's not a spectacle game.
Yeah. All right.
Like trying to
So-
get hype for badminton or something. Just,
Yeah.
Like trying to get hyped for the league at this point. Woo!
So let's go into tonight's bread and butter. We got team rosters, team roster changes. After a tournament, we just had Goats versus Jokes 2 over the weekend. And Monday, I was just sitting here with my popcorn, like watching Twitter. What the hell happened? Who's going where? Who's coming back? Who's leaving? Who's retiring? And what awful team makeups do we have now? Does anybody have any leads?
Oh, okay. So I'll be the first to say it.
Go
Let's
through
talk
it.
about.
God damn
Let's
it.
talk about how
to it.
everyone that gets Kirill starts to lose. I mean, no offense to the guy, but everyone, I don't know, people make him a high priority among other free agents. For example, like Crushmo, Toy Soldier. Toy Soldier just placed second in Online Warrior, even though it's a little overly aggressive. I don't know. Krill still makes like rookie mistakes that people are like for example, he reminds me of when like Vicious brought Toy Soldier to the game and he had to teach him everything, and like he would make mistakes. That's the mistakes Krills makes. He's like, it's like he's a new player to the competitive scene. I don't know. I think he might try to do too much, but he has like a weird mentality. But also another one is the weird Notorious roster, and I have no idea why they kept the name, because one player from that team is on. What was their old team name with like mints and clouts in them? Does anyone know? What were they called? Everyone hated them.
Throwdown.
Oh yeah, I don't know why they didn't take that name. I don't know why they took the Notorious. That's weird to me. But Ryan, what do you think about Krills? Ryan, we're gonna hear this.
As a spectator, I kind of share your opinion. It seems like I'm not trying to violate, but it seems like every team that he goes to kind of loses. It just doesn't. I don't know. He'll probably get all tight, but he doesn't strike me as a winner. He plays a lot of 1v1 spots, and that's kind of all the game
He
seems to be.
is.
There's a lot of kids like that.
I don't-
Kids just play 1v1 spots, and so when they get put on situations where you need to do stuff outside,
Oh, and they're like this
shooting your
scapegoat,
shotgun,
like
it doesn't.
Fallout. Yeah.
One second, I
Uh,
always wondered why he was like. I
Okay, I
feel
suck
like
at the
every-
game, so
Yeah,
whatever.
I always feel like every team he's on, like there should be someone else playing the 1v1 spot. Like when he was playing with Secret, I'm like, why isn't Secret playing LOX? I mean, playing the 1v1 spot. I feel like he would bang the next guy on like 20 seconds faster than Kirill's would. Not making fun of Kirill's. I'm just saying like
Oh.
he's usually with players that are like that fit that Slayer role a little bit more often. Like he played with Ribs before, like that. He still played 1v1 spot. I didn't get that. I didn't understand that point at all.
Don't get me wrong, he's really, really skilled. Like one
No,
of the best skilled guys out there. But
You usually put your best players together because they work better together. You want your best player where the action's happening because the 1v1 usually stalemates. Like Nasty, for example, even though he's putting like
With
SYN
Franchise.
plays him. Oh yeah, Fran. Like Atmo
been
plays
Franchise
bottom
for a
clock
long
tower.
time.
Oh yeah, exactly, Fran. And like Nasty plays bottom clock tower and plays the 1v1. And Nasty's literally one of the best players in the game, and it makes no sense. And most of the time that'll stalemate. But I feel he'd be better up top or somewhere like in a group-orientated situation other than like Yogurt, for example. But I feel like you should always put your best players together. But I feel that's why Kirill's is bottom because Glory knows that, so they play him in like the 1v1 spots. I don't know. Hey Kevin, shake your head yes or no. Does Kirill's play grenades on checkout?
No and yes. No
Oh,
and yes.
Okay, if he's not front spawn, does he play it?
Yeah, he plays it.
Okay,
But
exactly.
that's because, I'll tell you why. That's because me, Perspus, and Explosive, we've been playing together for a while, so...
yeah, but I guess what are you gonna do on land? What if he gets front spawn on the map and then you just get
He's
wrecked
like-
because
Oh yeah.
because you can't go
on,
1v1?
he plays position. I think he's a great player. I think he's like the best fit like for our team right now because he slows us down when we have numbers. Smart
How
player. I kind of disagree with like you guys. I think he's hungry to win, so I think we're gonna take this in Hype 3. So yeah.
I don't think he's a horrible player. I just think there was better options out there. Also, how long did you guys scrim with him before you picked him up, though? It seemed like very quick, like one scrim.
Today's our
Say that again,
Okay.
Kev.
today's second day playing with him. But today was our second day playing with him, but he's like right when we played with him, he's like the best fit for our team.
I felt
'cause he,
like you
slows us
just
down.
met a girl,
you know,
went
like
on
what to
first
do.
date, and like proposed to her.
Oh God,
That's how
Sealand.
it feels.
Like, we've talked and played with him before. Like, so it's not like our first time playing.
Okay.
Like me and Explosive.
Oh, I thought it was.
played
Oh,
before.
okay. You're right. I thought it was like the first time playing with them.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
big-
I didn't know.
I
Okay.
mean,
Yeah.
you guys know better than anyone else who your team needs. So hey, you guys
Yeah,
can prove
exactly.
us all wrong and then keep winning.
No,
so, I mean,
exactly.
It's
your
all
team.
it
It's
says
your
is
team.
speculation.
Exactly. Prove us wrong. Go win the next tournament, and then I'll. Yeah, I would be
We
speechless.
are. We are.
You win the tournament just to shut Sealand up. Jesus.
We are.
Exactly.
It's all
Team
about
Kelly.
the role of the team, guys. Honestly, if it's a good fit for your team, if their play style complements what your team does, go with it. You don't want someone that's better, but you might clash with. So, let them
Why
do
did you
what they
guys
need to
drop
do.
the other kid?
So Solars has summer school, so he can't go to. Can't miss.
I heard
School's
that
more
Solars has
important
summer
than gear.
school.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can't hear me?
Yeah.
Like every other word.
The wireless is a
Solars
little
has
week.
Summer school, so he couldn't.
Okay, we got
Solars
it. He
couldn't
couldn't
go
make it.
to Hype 3. Yeah, so
Oh, for
we had
sure.
to pick something up.
Well, you guys are going to. Most of your team's going to that SoCal LAN May 18th on Sunday, right? They're gonna represent down there.
Yeah, Solars, Explosive, and Persbucks. I don't know who they're gonna pick up.
Well, that's gonna be fun to see what SoCal does. I'm still working on it, guys. If you're from SoCal and you're watching, go to that LAN, meet everybody there. It's not really a LAN to just win money. It's more to get the community together and building. Because I would love to have a LAN, like a big one in SoCal. So we need teams over there. Anybody else, guys? Teams, rosters. I know there was a ton of stuff. I didn't have time to pay attention
That's why
because I was at UGN.
Yeah.
That's
And
why,
Toy
Nazi
Soldiers.
picked
Yeah,
that,
that's
man.
a.
Picked that toy. I
And
think.
picked up the most reckless player in the game. Like, it's not gonna work. They already have Nasty, who like,
I'll say
for
I'm
example,
interested in seeing
like
how
King of Hill Dry Docks. If anyone ever watches,
yeah, I don't know how it's gonna go
You
with
go,
having,
Brian.
having-
I'll explain in a second.
I just
yeah.
know, like I feel the same way. I don't know how it's gonna go with Jake and Toy Story in the same team. It's like they're both really fast players. and-
Yeah, exactly.
I feel
And,
like
yeah.
they never give Notch just like the fair shake, man.
Oh
Like,
no,
I don't-
Osby gets dicked.
I know. It's because like Yogurt and
Yes,
Nasty
he
don't
always
really
gets
like
dicked.
him. Isn't that the case?
I think so. Like I feel no, I feel like if it's personal like that, then yeah, they shouldn't play with him. Like I mean, you can't force yourself to like someone, but I feel like they shouldn't like say, hey, let's play with me because we don't have any other options. Yeah, we're gonna give you a fair shake, and you're probably gonna play for us. Oh wait, we just lost. No, get out of here. Like
Mind they
come
did
on.
win the last. They won the last land too.
Yeah, they
That's the
won.
funny- that's
They
the
won the
funniest
No,
part.
land.
it's like
Lose
But,
an
hey, I mean, no,
online
I understand,
tournament for like.
if you gotta if you don't like to play with someone and you don't want to play with them for months, I get that. But I
Yeah.
mean, you like playing with them just fine when you won the tournament. Like I
Yeah. Like stop playing with the dude. Just give him like a good answer or something. Like I think if I were him, I would be done. I would never join that
Holy
team
shit.
ever again. Like that's like the
Speaking of
second or third
noxious,
time
yeah.
in less than like for 6 months.
I don't know why he keeps going back. It's like but
And
Noxious.
he
if you
has
watch-
offers. He has
people.
offers from people that want to
Noxious.
play with him, people that
Yeah,
like him. Like, I
exactly.
don't get it.
And I forgot to say, but like I don't know, Ryan, if you ever watch SOIN, if on like when it gets like campy or stalematy, Jake's like always the one who wants to make the first move. Like he's like he
Yeah.
can't stand
He's a
still. The guy has to be
really fast
moving.
player.
Toys. Yeah, Toy Soldier's the same way. I can see so many advantages in their future. They're just gonna throw. They're gonna 4v3s, be up in numbers, and they're gonna throw it because Toy or Jake will wanna be flashy, make plays, do stuff they don't have to. I don't think it's gonna work
I mean,
for the team.
It might though. I mean, he.
They could be a
won, like-
powerhouse. They could
Yeah,
be
I
like
mean,
Notorious though.
Toy
Yeah,
Story
exactly.
played really, really good last event. He won a lot of his individual
Toy
battles.
Story,
Toy Soldier. I keep calling him.
Yeah.
We used to call him Toy Story, but he won a lot of his battles. Like he played really well last event, and so I mean, hey,
I think he's really good. Yeah, I don't.
I think
yeah,
he's
don't,
good, too.
might not be the
yeah,
smartest
I
player,
can't,
but, like, all skill.
They're only calling him online word because they haven't seen him play in the other gear. That's the only reason they're giving him shit for that.
No,
Otherwise,
he's-
he's a really
I don't
real-
know. I don't know about that either. Gao 3, honestly, online to on LAN is almost the same game. For anyone that's
Yeah,
played it, it's
it
like the
actually is
exact same
by far
thing.
The closest.
It's the close. Yeah.
The other ones are like night and day, but it's.
No, exactly. Like Gao 1 on LAN to online, totally different game. A team could suck Gao 1, be monsters on LAN, but that's also besides getting nervous. If people don't get nervous,
Mhm.
besides that effect, the game is the exact same thing online to on LAN. If you're losing to a team and you're trying your heart out online, you're not gonna all of a sudden go to LAN and beat them because you're lagging or something. That's not the case 95% of the time, to be honest.
Like Kevin, that was Winter Ball was your first LAN, right?
Yeah, but
Did you-
I haven't
how
been
much-
to LAN. I haven't been to LAN with headsets yet.
But like, I mean, how did you feel the game was in comparison from online to LAN?
Well,
not-
it's
it feels
the
much
exact
different?
same. Like before I went to Winter Brawl, I played on VGA on a monitor, and on LAN is HDMI, so it was like just a little slower. But now I play HDMI, so it feels the exact same, like exact same thing.
Yeah, TV is another big thing. I forgot about that. That's it. I forgot about the TV, the MS lag. I totally forgot about that. I remember that back when I was like in Gal 1, I go to a LAN, I'm like, I can't play on this. Like, it was just so slow.
I don't know.
All right, should I?
Did anyone
We
else
have-
make team changes? I don't know.
Wait, who else? Anyone else important? Oh, Ampian's like
yeah,
coming back.
Fatal.
They suck.
Fatal had all the information, and he was gonna come bring a whole bunch of stuff, but he had a family emergency. So if anybody wants to shout out anything in chat right now, and we could pick it up for the conversation, we'll do that right now. If not, we'll move on, and I'll tell you guys about the team passes and stuff. I'm looking
Be
at
sure
the
to
chat.
wait like
There's
30
like
seconds.
yeah,
too.
there's
Yeah, I
a
know.
Twitch delay, so it's gonna be a
Yeah.
delayed shout out.
Kevin won the. We had a local. It was in Long Island. That was the ETG. It was almost like they bullied
Oh,
the crowd.
MBN's scrimming again. MBN's playing again.
Are they? That's
Yeah.
huge. If they
Nick
are.
Merckx, Jay Merckx. Oh, in the chat, Camille's and
And they might actually be good if Prospect
Is
is
that
actually
official, though?
good. No, it is. They've been scrimming. They were on Atmos stream. I don't know if it's
No, I
official,
know,
but
but
they've been talking. Oh,
They're
Nick
still-
Merckx has
they're
been
still
saying he's
up
gonna
there.
come back. So I'm sure. Or if Prospect doesn't play like he did at Hype 2, they'll be a good team. He was so bad. God.
oh man,
Sealand. You're hired,
No, he
dude.
was though.
You're on
if
the
you
show.
ask Shane, if you talk to Shane though, he was like, "I'm the reason we lost it." Besides Fallout, who was the scapegoat. Let's not talk about the scapegoat.
yeah, it's-
But Shane would go up to people and he'd be like, "No, it's my fault," because he was awesome online. Like Hype 1, he played amazing. And Hype 2, all of a sudden, he just was awful. Hopefully, it doesn't happen again.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
for me,
they'll be
it's
God Squad. Yeah.
yeah, for me, I mean, it's one of those I'll believe it when I see it that they actually all come back and actually make a team. But if they did, that'd be pretty cool. None of them have played for a really long time, other than Jay played at the last tournament. But
I just want to
yeah,
let you
they-
guys know that this Hype 3 is going to be the best show I'm going to be able to put on. And the promotion that we're going to get for it is going to be awesome. Because I sent some emails to Black Tusk, and they're trying to help us out with promotion. So they're going to be helping us through their social channels and all their other community channels. So we're going to have a lot of promotion. And there's going to be a lot of eyes watching Hype 3. And I have like a TV studio set up that we could all just... It's going to be the best show. Like,
Oh, I
after
can't wait.
this, if we get to go to Summer Jam, it's not going to be as good because all the equipment and all that, like the flashy studio with the TV monitors behind us and then the lights at the venue, they have a main stage. It's not just going to be like tables. It's going to be awesome looking. You guys should get your jerseys because everything is going to look awesome at this venue. So I'm just saying, if your teams are coming out of the woodwork, and if you're wondering if you should do this or not, you're gonna have awesome pictures, you're gonna have awesome video exposure, and it's gonna be something really nice to put on like a team portfolio, and then show sponsors in the future. Because this is gonna be hands down the best show I'm gonna be able to produce for Hypestation to date. Bring everybody.
I can't. My grandma's coming to this event. I can't wait. I'm 22 and my grandma wants to see me play Gao.
That's
Like,
awesome, dude. I'm getting an interview with her. Like she's just gonna get interviewed. Galma, call it Galma.
she called me. She's watching this stream. Don't worry. She watches like Atmo and Kirill's like every day when they stream, and she'll call me and be like, "Why did Atmo stop playing?" I'm like, "Grandma, I don't know."
Grandma,
awesome.
I don't know.
So I think we're done.
Team passes on sale. Yep.
Did we go to team passes? All right.
Hopefully we can have some big players come on. I see Kirill's, he said he kind of wanted to be on. Kenny looked like he wanted to be on today. Maybe he'll be on next week.
Yeah.
Trying to get a lot of players on the show. Please speak your piece. Everything we talk about affects you the most, so you should have some input into it.
the
This
youth
is a-
faster.
This is an open show. If you want to be on the show, just ask and be available Wednesday night, and don't bail on me, because then you won't be on the show. That's the key. Like, say you want to be on the show, be on the show. Don't bail. So this is open to everybody. All right. So I'm gonna go to team passes. I'm gonna make this kind of strange. I hope you guys can understand why I'm doing this. Team passes are going on sale tomorrow night, 10 p.m. Eastern. I know it's late, but I want to give the West Coast time to get home from their 9 to 5s, eat something, and then when team passes go on sale at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific, I'm giving the first team that signs up like a goodie basket, like hype shirts and a whole bunch of stuff from our sponsors. So the first team that actually registers and fills out their forms and stuff is going to get like an awesome bonus basket. And also, the earlier you sign up, the cheaper it's going to be. And the later you sign up, the more you're going to pay. So you should sign up early. It's really important, guys. And I don't have any problems refunding your money. Just pay first. And if you can't do it, I'll refund you. But to get sponsors and to get that attention, I need a good list. And if I can show sponsors, we already have like 16 teams and we're growing, chances are we're going to get more prize money. Anybody have questions about how I'm doing that? Oh, I'm going to put the team passes for Hype 3, and I'm also going to start the league admission. That's going to go up tomorrow as well at 10 o'clock. Any questions?
No questions, but I want to congratulate who's like an online like Glory or Notorious for getting the hype basket before it even happens.
They were actually the first two that signed up. Actually, no. It was PR's team that signed up first, then Notorious, and I can't remember. Who's the third team? I think it was Locks.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Is this last
Dang.
event?
Yeah.
All right, I'm coming on a dark horse then. My boy Bob Sosa, Bobby Rice, is going to be the one to book first. You heard it here.
Oh, Bobby.
Bobby fucking Sosa.
You know
book
what?
First.
At least I'll have a shirt to wear at the event. Because I'll give him
They
the
won't
shirt.
last long. There will be
Oh,
shirtless.
speaking
There'll be
of-
shirtless Bobby Rice mirror pics in no time.
Dude, but anyways, no one sign up till Nick Merckx does then. And then he has to wear a shirt because he bought it. He bought it first, so he has to wear. It'd be disrespectful if he doesn't wear it. Okay, so That's what it is. Let NBN buy the first pass, guys.
Okay.
Yeah. Barbosa, some people are saying in the chat they want to know about spectator passes for the venue.
Oh, for the weekend. Damn, I should have thought about that. I think it's going to be like $20. It's all 3 days. Plus, you get access to all the tournaments that we're doing, the 2v2s, the 4v4s, the 1v1s. So you still get access to the gear. So it's going to be around $20. That's not definitive. I need to talk to the venue because right now we're just seeing how many players we get. But if there's going to be spectators, a good place to start is going to be $20. And then we'll work from there.
Cool.
Anything else? Oh, we're working on Gold Glove. Yeah, so there's a question in chat. Is Gold Glove glowing? We have asked him a few times. He's a little hard to get a hold of because he is Gold Glove. But we've asked him, see if he wants to come down, even commentate. And that'd be fun because he has such a great audience. We'd get so many, like, we'd get a lot of attention for it. So we're really trying to get him to come. Definitely. Any other questions?
Golden Boy and Like Butter in the same venue.
Oh, Golden Boy's definitely coming. He's definitely coming.
Oh, not Golden Boy. I meant to say Gold Boy.
Oh.
My man,
and Like
Alex
Butter in the
Mendez?
same venue.
Yeah, Alex Mendez. He's like one of my best friends. He's gonna totally do us that favor and commentate Gears of War. I'll train him. Don't worry, guys.
No, I don't think we need that. Okay.
Well, Jovan,
Not
speak
a
your
big fan
mind.
of his commentating.
Say it right now.
I'm not a big fan of his commentating.
Well, you hate
I mean, I feel like I think Benson is better than I don't know. Like,
No,
it's-
no,
Really?
no.
Is it just me that I just like the
Man.
English accent? Is that it?
Yeah.
What's
no.
that one guy? Like my favorite commentator. What's his name? Like he's from like the UK.
Boys? Oh no, that's not him.
No.
Is it-
Johnny
Who's it?
Owens?
No, like who is it? I forgot.
Shawnee
Never mind.
be awesome.
He does like Gears, like.
Oh, yeah, that's
comment-
Shawnee.
Yeah.
That's
Is that
Shawnee.
Shawnee? Shawnee. I love. Oh my God, he's my favorite.
To get
Love
Shawnee,
Shawnee.
it's easily like a $1,400
Fine.
asset.
Shawnee, if you're watching this, hit me up. I'm paying for it.
He gets it hype.
There, Shawnee, you're commentating.
He is. It's World Cup. It's World Cup every time that man
Exactly.
commentates.
He doesn't,
like a
he
$20
doesn't lose a beat either. Like he just keeps going. He keeps it up.
Definitely
Match after
breaks.
match after match after match. He just never stops.
Definitely breaks the sweat.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
like-
I mean, I like Golden Boy. I just think, like I'd rather have the English guy.
Golden Boy's one of the most like
Yeah.
professional casters out there. Dude. I'd actually think he's
I
one of the
never.
best out there.
No, I never.
I've
said
trained
he
him.
was oh, he wasn't. Okay,
Oh, aren't
okay,
you cool?
Jason.
What?
I've been watching Golden Boy since his Get on My Level thing. Like he's always been pretty professional commentator. He's always been like that.
I was the one that told him that he should do it because he had a good voice and decent personality and some really good analysis of the games that he played. So I
Oh yeah,
kind
you
of
was
like,
working with him when he was doing
coached him
Shoot
into it.
Mania for IPL.
yeah, well, yeah,
I see people in the chat saying, "Like, I've been following this dude longer than you have. I've been following him
Yeah.
since before he came into Call of Duty and stuff. Like, I was there when Shoot Mania was around. That walking L of a game.
Yeesh.
That that game was never going anywhere. I think that's it, guys. I think we're just
Yeah, I think we're
running
good.
on fumes.
Yeah. Just want to make it a quick show. We got some updates. If you want to be on the show, tweet at Captain Barbosa or at Hypefestation. Let us know. And what do you want to talk about? If you see something on the forums, if you think there's something that the community should be talking about, let us know.
Kenny
I will
wants to
say
talk
yes.
about
Yes,
hotels.
Kenny Bobs.
What was that, Ryan?
Kenny Bobs brought a financial
Any
question
hotel
up about
deals?
hotels.
Oh, what is it?
Any hotel
Any-
deals?
any deals?
Right.
Oh, yeah, I got to do that tomorrow.
They
We've called a bunch of hotels.
Oh.
What I'm trying to do is get a shuttle. I'm trying to get like the shuttle bundle deal because the venue is roughly a half an hour away from the venue. I know you guys won't like coordinate cab rides, so we're trying to get a hotel to provide a shuttle. You take the shuttle to the hotel, check in, and then go to the venue.
The closest
what we've been
hotel,
looking
30
for.
minutes, you said?
Yeah, it's 30 minutes from the airport to the venue.
Oh, no. Okay,
but then there's
yeah.
really close by hotels.
How close is the hotel to the venue? Okay.
Dude, you could walk. It's like a 30-minute walk, not
Good
even.
question.
I
Good
thought
question,
yeah,
Ryan.
I thought you said the hotel was 30 from the venue.
No,
The
no, no,
hotel
no, no.
to the
Sorry about
venue,
that.
About 30 seconds
Bring your Razor scooters.
out
Like,
the door.
Yeah. No, they're really close. It'll be a nice. Okay, the most expensive thing getting to this event is the travel. Once you're at the event, your food,
Yes.
your hotel, everything else is going to be really cheap. It's just your travel. So figure out people that you can carpool with and get one of those charter buses or something. Shit, if there's enough people, if there's like 50 people, I'll get a charter bus from like the New York City area to Indianapolis if we could fill it.
If it's a party bus, I'll come.
Yeah, dude, Ryan, you'll fly to New York just to take the bus
Gotta
to
give me some fun.
All right, so I guess we're good. I'm gonna wrap this up. Oh, and I'm gonna be doing like free agent shows real soon. I've got the setup so that I could do this at the same time. I got the game going here, and we got the Skype chat. So we're gonna be running free agent shows and scrims again. I'm back. No more Call of Duty. We're doing Gears. That's it for me. Seelan, last words.
I think two. Krills, I love you to death. I'm sorry for what I said. Don't get mad. I know you won't. And also, Ruffle Feathers is looking for one. Me, Tanner Sinels are looking for one. So Noxious, if you're out there, hit me up.
All
That's
right.
it.
Jovan, final words.
Players that want to be on the show, please actually stick to your word with that and don't say, oh, something came up and then I see you playing Gears of War like the exact same time.
Yeah.
That's gonna be really annoying.
Yeah.
So if you had an opportunity to come on the show and you don't come on, and then we talk about something or make a change that you don't like, I'm going to slander you on Twitter. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm just because you had the
For God's
opportunity
sakes,
to say
they
anything.
had to get me for the show this time. Like, come on.
Except we had to get
Why you
Ryan
gotta
for the show,
get me
guys.
like? You know, I
He says it.
him.
He said it.
I love Go.
My
Typo,
slander's
final
dope.
words.
Yeah, I kind of got drug in here last minute, so that's why I didn't really talk too much tonight.
It's all
But
good.
final words are, if you're planning on going to the event, go, because it's obviously going to be the hugest thing that Gears has seen in a really long time. And definitely stay active on the forums and just let people know, get more people into playing the game so that it can grow.
Even if it's just one person, we double our audience.
Yep.
So work on it. Bring them back. Tell them that Gears isn't dead. Kevin, go for it, man. Let's see if we can hear you.
Make sure you buy your hype passes right away, and that's pretty much it.
All right. And Ryan, the Northwesterner, turned down. Nope. Last
Don't do
words.
that. Yeah, just thanks for having me. I guess everyone out there, if you are able to go, I know it's a really, really expensive flight from almost anywhere, but if you are able to go, take opportunity of it. Events are really, really fun. I've gone to, like I said, pretty much every event, and I haven't really played the game competitively for like years now. This is really fun to go to. If you have the opportunity, Jason puts a lot of work into it, so make sure to get there. And if you can't, go to Summer Jam. I don't know. But thanks for having me.
All right, no problem. And this is an announcement. I've still been working on independent developers, and I may be part of QuakeCon in July. That's going to be in Texas. So I need Texas, anybody in Texas that wants to help volunteer. I could probably provide hotel and some other things like food, but we're going to be demoing some indie games under the Hyphen banner, like a competitive, I don't know, it's like a competitive display for the indie games. So if you want in on it, let me know. I'm looking at you, John.
Oh, yeah, I can totally do that.
I'm totally looking at you, John.
Yeah,
And there's
I
a
know.
couple other Texans that'll help out too. But if you're interested and you guys want to go and you want to get some booth experience, some event experience, I'm going to open that up and I'll let you guys know where you can apply probably next week because I'm still talking to the developers and stuff.
Sick.
All right, that's it. I think we're good. Gonna sign out. Hour-long show.
Everybody.
All right, have a good night. Go Scrim. Take it easy, guys.